Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. This is Dr. Barrett Matthews again. Welcome to another Media Boss Live. I am excited to be here today. This is the first week we've completed. I know what you're saying. Well, Barrett, you didn't do 5 days. But still, I'm completing this week, okay? We're completing this week because this is the Friday. So if you look at the schedule, you'll see this is the end of the week as far as me doing these lives this week. We'll be back next week. Don't worry. We'll be back next week with more Media Boss Live. So hopefully you've enjoyed what you've gotten so far. And of course, if you're watching, whether you're on Facebook, you're on LinkedIn, you're on YouTube, you can go back and watch some of the other episodes we just put up here. And I'm excited about that as well. So thank you for that. And sometimes, guys, we're going to have guests. Sometimes it'll just be me. Sometimes I may even have someone come in for me. Who knows? But the thing is, like I said, we'll have guests sometimes, and I want to make sure today is Friday, August 16th. If you're watching and recording here right now, but tomorrow, August 17th, I am so happy. I'm elated. I get to team up with my good buddy Taria Hodge as we do social media Saturdays. Because tomorrow is Saturday, so we do her social media Saturdays, and she's bringing me on as a guest and I'm excited to be with her. Taria and I go back. We go back like car seats. We are down like four flat tires. You know what I'm saying? So me and Taria Hodge, we go back, and I'm just happy to be partnered up with her again. And I got to tell you, and I don't know if I'll have a chance to do this tomorrow or not, but a lot of the things that I'm doing now, I credit to her because she's brilliant when it comes to the area of social media and a little bit of technology too. Taria is low key, she's good with technology. She don't like to admit it because she used to do a lot of it. And she doesn't want to do it anymore, but she's good at it. So she's going to be hosting social media Saturdays. So you can check it out. Facebook, LinkedIn. Just make sure you look it up. Social media Saturdays with Taria Hodge. I will be with her tomorrow, so I'm happy about that. And guys, for you, if you're here for Media Boss Live, I want to explain to you what I want to do is share with you some things that can help you to do things you can do right now. I'm doing 5 days each week, hopefully, of tips that can help you in media with some things you can do right now. If you want help, you can always contact me. MediaBossPro.com is my website, MediaBossPro.com. You can schedule a time where we can talk and see if we can help you, where we can help you do some media for you instead of having you do it by yourself. Now, one of the things that I want to mention for those of you who are here for like, who is this guy? I am Dr. Barrett Matthews. My company is Media Boss Pro. And what we do primarily is we turn retired CEOs and current C suite executives into industry icons by leveraging media to make it so that your knowledge doesn't retire with you, that it doesn't go to waste, and that you can attract the clients that not only are looking for you, but that want to pay you. Huh? So that's what we do. Now, we also work with other people. We produce podcasts, produce other media for people, help people write books. We've done a lot of different things in media. And what I want to do is share with you how you can do that because the goal for everyone, man, for us at least, is to have you be everywhere all at once so that people can see you, so that your presence is not missed on anyone. Okay, so today with Media Boss Live, we're going to be talking about social media influencers. And some of you watching, maybe closer to my age, would be saying, "Yeah, that's the kids' game. That's what they do." Not necessarily, because you can be an influencer at any age. Let's break the word down. You're just influencing people. You're helping people to see things the way you see them, and hopefully they will too. And if you think about it, there are people of all ages. You got people running for president right now that are not kids, that are influencing people. If they got on social media and did it, they would be social media influencers as well. Now, but some people run it as a business. Some people can help your business to grow by influencing people. So what we want to do here today on Media Boss Live is give you some ideas or some reasons as to why your business may want to incorporate the talents and the gifts of some social media influencers because let's face it, folks, we can't do everything by ourselves, and there are reasons why you should have other people helping you with your business. You shouldn't be, as I told a friend of mine, you can be the CEO, which is Chief Executive Officer, or you can be the COE, which is the Chief of Everything. And he said, "Oh my God, I haven't even been a CEO. I've been a COE." So the thing is, guys, you want to make sure that you can incorporate other people's talents and gifts so that you can free up time for yourself so you can work on your business and not always working in your business. So let's talk about there's 10 reasons why businesses should use social media influencers. Number one is increase increase the reach and exposure. A good influencer, a good influencer has a large following. You have a large following of people. And that means, guess what? Hello, your brand, your mission, your purpose, your product, your service can get exposed to that big audience, to that large audience that they have. I mean, isn't that kind of common sense? That if someone has a larger audience and you can work with them, especially if you align with their audience, and that's another thing. You want to align with them. You want to make sure that what you do and they do are go together. You don't want to have someone who has a group of vegans and you're sitting there, you're promoting the meat sticks that you offer to people. So you want to make sure that they line up with one another, but you want to take advantage if you have that person, that you take advantage of the fact that your group, I mean their group rather, can be attracted to what you offer and be willing to work with them to make sure that that happens. And because there's no telling where it can lead for you. A lot of people, I mean a lot of people, have hit their next plateau because they've gotten on the backs of other people's followings. So I say to you, don't get caught looking while other people are doing it. Okay. So number two, that's number one. Number one is increased reach and exposure. Number two is targeted audience. So one thing you have to understand about influencers, a lot of them, they often work in a specific niche. Niche, whatever you want to call it, but they work in a specific niche and well, I should say a target audience, if you will. And you have to make sure, like I said, it aligns with your brand. So, and when I say specific, when I say targeted, you don't like, for instance, if I say, okay, these people are a chef. Well, what kind of food do they like? Are they desserts? Are they casserole type dishes that they want to do? Whatever you want to make sure that you can get someone the more specific the better, because it can actually get you to that potential customer that is looking for exactly what you offer. Does that make sense? You want to make sure that wherever you're being sent to by that influencer is in total alignment with what you do. Otherwise, it could be just shooting with buckshot where it spreads all over the place, and you could get some clients. You could get a good group of clients, but I don't think it would be getting you the maximum potential of clients that you could bring about by not being as specific and niched down as possible. So that's why I emphasize that you want to make sure that you, first of all, you need to know where you want to go, and when you're dealing with an influencer, that they are in alignment with you. So guess what? That means that you may have to work a little harder with them to find out exactly if they're a good fit for you. But I definitely recommend that. So that's number two, targeted audience. Number three, these are top 10 reasons why, well, not top 10, but there are 10 reasons why businesses should use social media influencers. Number three is enhance credibility and trust. Enhance credibility and trust. Understand this. When you're dealing with an influencer, you don't know them, they don't know you. Their audience doesn't know you, and you don't know their audience. But there is something, as we just talked about in one or two, that you could have in common, and that's an interest, a niche. So influencers have already built trust with their audience. I repeat, influencers have already built trust with their audience. And that trust comes with a lot of credibility, meaning that when they say, do this, a lot of times their audience does that. When they say, don't do this, A lot of times the audience doesn't do it. Why is that important? Because sometimes that trust and that credibility that influencer has with their business can make or break the person who is working with them, counting on them. So you want to treat that influencer right. So a recommendation from them, it can skyrocket your business. It can really skyrocket your credibility. It can skyrocket the trust that people have in you. It can put you in another realm, another stratosphere when it comes to business. So it can enhance you by working with that influencer because that credibility and trust is major. It's a major component in dealing in business. So that is number 4, enhance credibility and trust. Let's talk about, I'm sorry, that was number 3. Sorry. Enhance credibility and trust. Let's work on number 4. Number 4 is you get better engagement rates. Yeah, you can actually engage with more people when you're working with influence. So let's break this down to this common denominator. Let's make real sense. If you're dealing with someone who has a large following and they are bringing that following to you, it stands to reason that those people are going to want to engage with you, especially when there's that enhanced credibility and trust. So if an influencer has content out there and they put it about you and it offer and keep in mind the influencer's content always generates engagement with their people, always it generates, whether they could be about something related to you and your business. Their audience has been waiting for it. It's like, oh, the new thing is out by this person, let's find out what they're talking about. Well, that's going to lead on social media, it's going to lead to more likes, of course. It's going to lead to more shares, of course, and it's going to lead to more comments. It's going to lead to more comments about what you're doing. So make sure you're ready for it, because if you get with the right influencer, it may cause your business to scale. It may cause you to have to do some things that are going to take you outside of your comfort zone, and that's not a bad thing, unless you're not ready to journey outside your comfort zone, unless you're not ready to grow. Because I heard a saying a long time ago that said, if you don't like change, you're really going to hate growth. So you got to be ready for it, and because it's going to come. But if you put yourself in position working with that person, that social media influencer, it can really change. Now, another thing that's good as far as working with social media influencer, another reason, let's talk to number 5 right here. And number 5 is cost effective marketing. Yeah, it's cost effective marketing because working with an influencer can be more cost effective than traditional methods, and it can give you a much higher return. I want you to think about that for a second. I'm not sure how much each influencer may cost, and you shop around for that because there are different ones that offer different things. But if they have a large following of people, it can not only bring you a targeted, and I can't emphasize that enough, a targeted group of people. I mean, it's like, let me put it this way. If you said to me, Barrett, I need to get some bread for my house, and I'm standing at an intersection, and I said, well, over there, we have the grocery store. They sell bread. And over here, we have a Wonder Bread store. All they sell is bread. Wouldn't it make sense to go to the Wonder Bread store because all they sell is bread and you need bread? Well, that's targeted. It's targeted to your need. So, what I'm saying to you is this: if you are working with a social media influencer and you're looking at paying to get marketing out there, wouldn't it make sense to pay the person who can help you get the targeted reaction, the bread from the bread store, as opposed to sending you to the grocery store where they have everything around and you may get to the bread and it's a limited amount as opposed to having the bread store? Just saying. So you may want to consider that. So that's number 5, cost effective marketing. Number 6, content creation. That's another reason to work with a social media influencer. Influencers are usually skilled content creators, and they can produce some pretty high quality, engaging content that resonates with their followers. Now, you're thinking, well, Barrett, are all of them like that? Well, you don't build a large following without having content. Like I said, there are people who out there who claim that they're social media influencers. Look at their following. Look at their following. How big of a following do they have? How many people look to see what they're going to say? Look, how many people are waiting with bated breath for what they're going to do? The good ones create content. The good ones create content that connects. The good ones create content that makes you engage with them. The good ones create content that makes you share it because it's that good. So make sure that when you're looking for someone to work with, that you keep those things in mind. So that's number 6, content creation. Number 7, SEO benefits. For those of you who don't know what SEO means, it's search engine optimization. So when people are searching for a specific area, a specific niche, if you will, influencer marketing can improve your search engine ranking, meaning that you can move higher up. Like for instance, if you ever look for something, when if you look for something and you want to find it quickly or whatever, bam, you know what? You Google it, it's at the top of Google. That means the search engine optimization has put them at the top. Sometimes you'll see things move further and further down because they haven't been optimized. So what working with a social media influencer can do is it can increase the number of backlinks that draw them to your website. Now, I hope that makes sense. I know it's a little technical for some people. It took me a while to get all that too. But it can increase the number of backlinks that lead to your website. And what that does is it boosts your organic traffic that goes to your website. Because you don't want traffic that just comes and is staged and set up where they send people there. You want it to be organic because the algorithms will definitely pick that up. So working with a social media influencer can definitely help increase your social media traffic. Now, number 8, this is kind of obvious. We're talking social media, especially. It provides social proof. Yeah, number 8 is social proof. So I want to explain this to you. And like I said, you've all seen it before because most of us have been influenced by a social media influencer at some point. If you have a social media account, you've probably seen someone on there say something, and you're like, I like that. And you follow that person, especially if it's someone that you know and you trust. So when an influencer endorses a product, when they endorse a product, it serves as social proof. Because what that influencer is saying is that I believe in this. And if you, as the follower, believe in that person, if so facto, you then believe in what they believe in. It happens all the time. So what they're doing is they're trying to convince a potential customer to try your offering, to try your products, to try your service. Because what they're saying is, I like it. I think you might like it too. So social proof is one thing that is provided by working with a social media influencer. Number 9 is trend setting. Guys, influencers set trends, man. They set trends. There's so many things that are done out every single day, and especially in the younger market. So many things every single day that are done because an influencer has done it and other people want to follow. It could be something as simple as wearing a hat, wearing a certain style hat, and everybody says, "Oh, such and such has on this type of hat. I want to know where they got it because I want to get one too." And I know you're saying, "Oh, that's silly." Well, is it? Because you did it. You did it. How many people do you know that wear Air Jordans? Don't know Michael Jordan, but they've seen him with it, and they've seen other people with them, and they like them, and they're going to go get them. It's that simple. They were influenced by it, and those trends come just like that. A trend can happen very quickly, and it can go away very quickly. So you want to make sure you catch the wave. But what it can do during that wave, it can help your brand to be relevant. It can help your brand to stay relevant. And as long as people are seeing it and talking about it, those trends can keep growing and they can grow. It can get bigger and bigger and bigger. Some of them you never thought would hold on as much as they did. I went to a football game early in the year, and the people were doing the wave. Remember the wave? I thought the wave was gone, but apparently not. The wave has been here for a long time, and it's not going anywhere. So it's a trend that was done in sporting events. It's something that people may want to consider. You have trends that you can have around your business. Why not utilize them? So, number 10, as I said, we're going over 10 reasons why businesses should use social media influencers. Number 10 is you can get measurable results. Good friend of mine told me what gets measured gets managed. Meaning if you can't measure it, then how are you going to manage it? So influencer campaigns, when they do a campaign, it can be easily tracked and easily measured. It can make it so that you can attain a certain return on your investment, an ROI, and you can adjust the strategies as necessary. So if you're working with an influencer and you have a certain goal in mind that you discuss with them, and if it's not getting there when you thought it was, you can see what you need to tweak to change it. If it's exceeding those results, you'll see what your measurables are, and so that way, if you want to do another campaign, you can know what to look for, what to do, and how to manage it that way. So it's important that you understand how to do those things, and it's important that you understand that working with an influencer can do all those things. So these are 10 reasons why you should use a social media influencer. So I want to talk about real quick before we wrap up about five tips on how to get started with social media influencer. Something I mentioned earlier, you want to define your goals. You want to clearly outline what you want to achieve with your influencer marketing campaign. Whether it's brand awareness, whether it's increased sales, whether it's more followers, whatever, whether you just want to be famous, whatever. Just make sure that you're defining your goals as far as working with that social media influencer so that you're both on the same page. Make sense? Makes sense. Good. Number 2, research and choose the right influencers. This can be a challenge for people because a lot of people don't like to do research. Identify the influencers whose audiences align with your target market. Remember, we talked about that earlier, and who have a genuine engagement with their followers, not some AI type thing, but a genuine engagement with their followers. You want to find some influencer marketing platforms that can help you with the right search to find the right match for you, but you definitely want to make sure that you research. Number 3 here on the tips on finding on starting with influencer marketing. Number 3, build relationships. Yeah. So before you start reaching out with a formal proposal to these influencers, engage with the influencers. See if you like them and they like you. Why? I mean, I wouldn't want to recommend you to my large group if I don't like you, if I don't know you, if I don't have a relationship with you. Would you? I don't think so. So engage with them, build a relationship with them. And then, if you start liking and commenting what they're doing, show them that you're willing to put in what you want them to get put for you. Make sure that you're willing to put that same thing out as well. So number 4, set clear expectations. Clear expectations. So communicate your campaign objectives. Make sure that you know what you want to do, but you want to communicate the deliverables. You want to communicate the timeline, and you want to communicate compensation clearly to the influencer to avoid any misunderstandings. You don't want. Remember, I said earlier, that influencer can make or break you. So you want to make sure you communicate compensation clearly. Then you want to have a written formal proposal, because you want to make sure that everything is on the same page and it's written, but make sure you have an understanding. It doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your relationship because you went with the written formal proposal, but you want to make sure that you're on the same page and everybody understands and everybody's clear and everybody's happy. So the last thing when it comes to getting started with influencers, be ready to monitor and adjust. Keep track, of the performance that's happening with the influencer marketing campaigns, but be flexible. Be ready to make adjustments. Be ready to optimize things. You have to be ready to implement things and then be ready to change things because things change. So if you can do that and you can feel okay with that, I think you'll be good with it. So guys, today, like I said, that was what I wanted to bring to you today. 10 reasons why you should use social media influence. And then speaking of social media, going back to that topic, don't forget tomorrow, tomorrow morning, I will be partnering with my good friend Taria Hodge on Social Media Saturdays. We'll be talking about that and how social media is a form of media. So we're going to be talking about that as well. And she is an expert on it. And I hope you guys will join us. It's complimentary, so make sure you're part of it. Make sure you join us. Tell your friends, please share this with everybody, and let everyone know what you got here today. Matter of fact, I want you to go in the comments and tell me something that you picked up today. I want you to go in the comments and let everyone know that they should be paying attention to Media Boss Live. I'd love for you to do that. Whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, I'd love to hear what you're doing. Have you ever worked with social media influencers? And have you thought about it? If there's something that's holding you back from doing it, all of these things. So keep those things in mind and write it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Love to get you to share this and let everyone know. So, guys, that's me. I'm Barrett Matthews. And remember, guys, that you are special because you are God's vessel. And I will see you guys next time on Media Boss Live. Have a great one.